Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Doggone Trouble, or just Trouble. On IMDb, the title's Trouble. On Netflix, it's called Doggone Trouble. On IMDb, this film came out like 2 years ago. On Netflix, it's like, hey, this is a Netflix original coming out in 2021. So, whoever you believe, whatever you want to call it, this animated film is from director Kevin Johnson and is about a dog, a really pampered little pooch, whose owner, voiced by Betty White, you go Betty White, winds up passing away, and he's out on the run because these two estranged family members try to do some wrong and take him in, and he has no idea what he's going through, so he's like off into the wilderness being chased by Thurman Sanchez, voiced by Wilmer Valderrama. Yeah, because he's still in movies, actually. This is the second movie that I've reviewed in like the past month or so that he has been in. And you have Joel McHale here, who's doing like a more nasally, just Joel McHale kind of voice. And Trouble is voiced by Big Sean. Interesting choice. You have Damon Wayans Jr. here. You have Jim Cummings. It's very obvious when he pops up in the film. Jason Mraz, Snoop Dogg. Yeah, that's an interesting collection of voice actors for a pretty forgettable and just kind of movie. Like, the biggest, most exciting aspects of this movie is that a group of squirrels keep trying to attack Trouble. And it's just like, I've seen this before. Like, and the squirrels are supposed to be eccentric and weird and funny, and to be honest, I'm sure if you threw this on for a bunch of little kids, they'd have some fun with this. This is one of those kinds of movies that is just like, everything is so cliched, derivative, or just plain hitting for the lowest brow that it didn't really click for me at all. I was pretty bored watching this movie. The voice cast is making a bunch of weird and odd choices and make them less interesting. And the characters don't really have any depth. It's just a lot of, I've seen this before, I've seen this done considerably better before, and like, Big Sean's vocal performance is pretty forgettable as Trouble, and I know Joel McHale, so I notice his voice, and I've watched plenty of animated things to recognize Jim Cummings' voice, and it's just kind of like really silly. Like, the highlight of the kind of humor we have here is like this couple's like, oh, we love her. The dog's a boy. We love yada yada. The dog's name is Trouble. And it's just like, ha ha ha. And it kept going. They did like 2 or 3 other things where it's just like, they obviously don't know about this dog, but people are idiots in this movie and just go along with it. And like, this whole entire fortune that they're trying to take from their like great family member, distant old woman, is you have to take care of her dog, and you can prove you take care of her dog, but like the dog goes running off, and then you have to try to find this dog, and you hire a weird character played by Wilmer Valderrama to go chase him down. And honestly, I was pretty disengaged with this. Like, none of the characters were particularly interesting. The story's not particularly interesting. And, like, they try to have it's basically a bunch of dogs voiced by famous musicians. Because, like, you have Snoop Dogg, you have Jason Mraz, you have Big Sean, and then a bunch of weird squirrels. And a bunch of really forgettable and honestly annoying human characters. And you're just by the end, I didn't really get much at all out of this movie. And the animation is pretty mediocre at best. And in a time where it's like you could watch a Pixar movie and just be like, you sit and watch this and you're just like, eh. And in the end, I was very much So I'm not going to remember Doggone Trouble or Trouble, whatever you want to call this film. And, you know, maybe little kids might find some enjoyment, but the parents are definitely going to tune out and not get a whole lot out of this movie. But those are my thoughts on Doggone Trouble. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.